Luther Brookdale Mazda.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
American Pressure, commercial-grade pressure washer since 1975. Find us at AmericanPressure.com.
Fan forecast.
Partly sunny, high of 80, dropping down to 50 or 62 tonight.
The easiest way you can listen to KFAN and the podcast of 9 to noon is make us a preset on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
The Power Hour. It's live. KFAN.com/watch. You can watch Power Trip Morning Show weekdays, 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. John Bonus is here. Marty Gellner is here.
Hey.
John, most Tuesdays now you just stay the whole show. What happened to all your morning meetings?
Yeah.
It's good to be the boss, right?
Yeah.
It's good to be the boss.
Yeah, I like hanging out with you guys. So.
Oh, thank you. We like hanging out with you.
And it'd be fun to work for yourself.
It is fun to work for yourself.
I bet.
Do you hate your boss?
Sometimes, yeah.
You ever sleep with your boss?
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
How many people in the history of Twins Daily and your digital empire, how many times have you had to fire somebody?
Well, at least a couple times.
Is it the worst?
Yeah, it's not. It's. I think one of the things I have learned from almost everybody who runs a business will tell you that the biggest mistake most of them make is hanging on to somebody too long that should not be there. That you learn the longer you end up being in that role, the faster you start making decisions about, no, that, you know what, I'm not doing anybody a favor by keeping this person around.
Chad, are you listening?
What? Who are you looking at?
Yeah, why you assume
me?
it's you?
Yeah. You're not even necessarily doing that person a favor. Like, if they're not a good fit, they're just not a good fit. And there's better fits for them. So,
I've only had a handful of jobs in my life because I found this job, luckily, when I was pretty young. So I've never been fired. I kind of can't wait until that day comes. And I don't mean I want to get fired. I don't want to get fired from this job anytime soon, but it's going to happen to all of us at some point, right? Rarely do you get to go out on your own terms in this industry. So my guess is at some point the axe swings.
Sure.
I hope it's years from now. But I'm kind of looking forward to that moment just to see how that plays. I just want to know how I actually react to that 60 seconds of awkwardness.
I wasn't fired, but I was walked out the door once.
Why?
Like you can't be here anymore.
How is that not a firing, though?
Because I was
subcontracted.
It wasn't a you've got 2 weeks or anything like that. It was I'm leaving because I'm going to this company, and they're like, "Is this company such and such company?" Which was a competitor. And I said yes, and they said, "Go back to your desk and start packing. We may need to walk you right out the door."
Yeah,
and that's what they did. So.
Wow.
So that was a quit firing.
Kind of.
You were asked to leave because you were going to quit.
Yeah, I guess.
But it felt the same, right?
Yeah,
Get the hell out of the building, you quitter.
You got acquired.
It worked out fine.
Sauce, you got fired from Dairy Queen.
I got fired from Dairy Queen. I got fired from Snuffy's. I got fired from here.
You got snuffed out.
Yeah, I got fired from. I had a job with the city of Wayzata, and then my position just kind of faded out.
Wonder why?
No, it was. I loved that job. That was fun.
I'm just saying
they didn't love you.
They eliminated
they
your
did
position.
love me. But it was seasonal work, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't need you around."
Not this season.
Yeah. And and then I got laid off in 2009 from here, and now I'm back.
You are back, Marnie. You ever been fired from a job?
No.
Give it time.
How do you think you would handle it? Do you think you do well?
No. No.
Yeah.
But I'm a rule follower, so I'm not saying I couldn't be fired. I would just do everything I could to not, because I don't like the waters to be rough. I don't like to disobey. I'm just like, yep, whatever you need.
So no post-firing tweet storm of just MFing everybody you've ever
I
worked
couldn't
with?
do it.
Not yet.
I couldn't do it. Not yet.
Guys, we got breaking news.
Oh, no.
A new study is in. And take this to the bank, and it's perfect because of what we're talking about in case you guys do lose a job today. Here are the 5 worst things you can say during a job interview. And this is study that was done, science, from the National Employment Survey Group. Based on the study's results, guys, the number 1 worst thing you can say during a job interview is, "Hey, Lardo, are you pregnant with triplets?"
My God.
Lardo.
The second worst thing you can say is, "That a photo of your daughter? She looks like she'd be great in the sack."
Wow.
Don't say these things. These are
Don't do these.
yeah. The third worst thing you can say, "So that no smoking sign, does that include marijuana?"
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Number 4, I really want this job, and if you don't hire me, I swear I'll kill you.
My God.
How is that number 4?
Yeah.
And number 5, worst thing you could say, don't say this during a job interview. "I despise everything your company stands for, but if you've got the best health insurance, I'll bang a syphilitic crack hoe."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. That's just breaking news, and I thought you guys needed to know that.
Syphilitic is a great word.
It's a great word.
Sauce, use it in a sentence.
Hockey, when he was with the band Moonshine, was syphilitic.
I was not. Don't spread that. That is something you do not get rid of.
Syphilitic.
You do not want to spread that. You're correct.
No. Wait, when did you catch crabs? What band were you in when you had that?
Who are you talking to?
You.
I don't answer questions like that.
Was it Moonshine?
Oh, no. Guys,
No.
Corey, this is a tough one because this is bothersome. But this is me reading a news story. I did not write this. Do we understand that?
We understand.
This is the news. A husband has died after seeing his...
Oh, no.
A hubby has died after seeing his heavy wife in thong undies. And she's been charged with murder.
My God. Wow. Is this real?
Yeah, it's a news story. Supersized. Supersized wife Sarah Martin stopped her husband's heart and killed him dead when she surprised him in a pair of thong undies. Say police officers.
That's a huge bitch.
Those were his last words. The coroner says his heart literally exploded.
That's sad.
I like the phrase "killed him dead." Yeah. As if killed isn't enough.
Yeah.
The detective, Robert Cannon, says, "Don't tell me she didn't realize how repulsive she was."
Repulsive is such a mean word.
Cannon says Marcus's corpse had a look of frozen terror on its face. Breaking news, guys.
No.
We'll give you more info when it becomes available.
God, that was good.
Marnie, it's the news. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I understand. It's your obligation.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, Builders and Remodelers. Martins, help me out. I saw the headline that the Lynx host Vegas tonight, 7 o'clock, and then there's some kind of connection to the Commissioner's Cup. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, tonight is the final game of the Commissioner's Cup. That's the in-season tournament. If the Lynx win, they're in. So it's the top team in the West against the top team in the East of these. It's 6 games for the West, 5 in the East. I don't need to go into details. But the scenarios are it's either Minnesota or Seattle for the West, and all the Lynx have to do is win, and it's them. Or Seattle loses. In the East, it could be Atlanta or Indiana or New York. It's going to be one of those 3, and it's going to be decided tonight. And there's money on the line. It's $500,000. It's one extra game. The Lynx won it last year. It was a big deal. They beat the Liberty at Barclays Center.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so the Lynx and Liberty don't even play until the very end of July this season. So if it is the Liberty, it's the first look at a rematch of the finals. It's a game that these teams play hard for and take very seriously.
Speaking of
there's money on the line.
Speaking of having money on the line, a wise man once said that life is better with money on the line, and that was a reference to gambling on sports or gambling on anything. So I'm in Vegas, and I'm like, look, I got to get some tickets. I got to get some action tonight. The Lynx haven't lost all year. Let's put some money on the Lynx to cover 3.5 against the Storm. So the only game in the history of my life that I bet on the WNBA, the undefeated Lynx had a 9-point lead and then got their asses kicked after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I said to myself, why do I bet on sports?
Yeah.
The Lynx win every other game except for one I bet on.
Literally won every other
Yep.
game.
So sorry to Cheryl Reeve if you're listening. I bet on you, and that's why you lost.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yep. I almost retired from sports gambling that night. I thought about it.
And
But you
then
didn't.
the next game, which was Saturday against Los Angeles,
Just
the
a
Lynx were
blowout.
up by 32 at halftime, and Nafisa Collier had 26 points at halftime. The entire Los Angeles Sparks team had 26 points at halftime.
I probably would have had money on the Sparks.
Yeah, probably.
Brutal.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Corp. You,
Yep.
you know the only way to get over this.
Is get back in the ring.
Yeah,
Sure.
keep gambling.
Saucy, my new sneaky favorite bet. I got plus 120 for any golfer to hit a hole-in-one in
Yeah.
the U.S. Open, and that one rando guy,
Yeah,
Perez, knocked it in, and I won money.
Sweet.
So, I don't know. I did the old artificial intelligence research. I'm like, hey, what are the chances that somebody at the U.S.
You
Open
did what?
Research?
Oh.
You'll learn about it later. But I basically was like, hey, what are the approximate odds that somebody at the U.S. Open this weekend hits a hole-in-one? And artificial intelligence kicked it out at around 44%. And then calculated that the odds should be about plus 120. And I'm like, that's what I'm getting. So I'm like, let's go for it.
Sweet. Good for you, man.
I like that you can fact check your betting odds with artificial intelligence.
Was there any discussion amongst any of you or Power Trip Bets or anyone that because Scotty Scheffler, the ghost, finished tied with Gorg's guy and Muss's guy, that there was some sort of bet wiped out? Or
Nope,
would
he's gotta
Scheffler
win the whole thing.
had
Has to
to
win.
I had to win it.
make
he
one more
can't-
birdie?
He can't just finish in front of our field. He has to win
has to
the
win.
actual tournament.
No, he has to win
Win the whole
He
tournament.
has to win the tournament.
Oh,
Win
so
it.
even if Scheffler finished the
One shot
higher than-
better. No, he's got to win
gotta
the whole
win.
He's
thing.
got to win the
I
tournament.
did not understand that stipulation because I was cheering real hard.
Yeah, for Scotty.
Knowing he could.
So speaking of that.
now he couldn't really pass the field. The rest of the field would fall behind him, as it were.
So obviously, once your golfer's out of it, you're anti-sweating everybody else, and
Yes.
you're cheering for the ghost, right? So my guy Corey Connors withdrew in final day, and I'm like, well, that sucks. Now I can't get my money back. I can't win second place. I'm like, that sucks. So this is not hindsight because obviously that's what it was, and that was the rule. I think in the future we should say if your golfer withdraws, you get out of the bet. Just so you can literally cheer for we can call it the meat sauce exemption. If your guy quits, you get your money back.
Sure.
So it would just be funny if somebody's like, sweet, you owe me, I don't know why I'm doing your voice. You
Yeah.
owe me $200. And I see Corey Connors withdraw and be like, not anymore, sucker. My guy meat sauced it.
Sure.
I think
You're rooting for your guy to get
You're rooting
hurt?
for your guy to either get hurt or
Sick.
just say, I'm sick, I'm
quit.
going home.
Yeah, or quit.
And we call it the meat sauce exemption. If they meat sauce it and just quit, you don't have to pay. I think that would be
Yeah,
super
we should
fun.
reward that.
I
for
think
sure.
if you win,
That's what I'm saying. Let's reward meat saucing it.
I think it has to be the first 2 rounds.
Why?
Because if you withdraw on Sunday, I think it should have to be the first 2 rounds.
Why? Then you made the cut. you're quitting.
I mean, that has to be very rare that
It's
someone
super
withdraws
rare.
on a Sunday.
Super
It
rare.
have to be an injury.
It's a legit injury. You see people withdraw like on a Friday morning because they're like,
They're
"This
out of it."
Because they exhausted.
But I still think it would be funny to be sitting at home going, man, this guy's got a limp. Please quit on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Please quit.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's
yeah.
more. I'm not
Go
even saying
Happy
it's
Gilmore
fair.
on the
I
hip.
just think it's a funny exemption to be able to get out if your guy quits.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Just floating it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, how about I had the number 1 overall pick, and my guy didn't even make the cut?
Yeah. What was he, 10 over? He fell apart, man.
Bryson DeChambeau, more like DeCham. No.
See,
He
but
was
what?
terrible.
See, but what if you were the whole week and you're like, please just go home.
Yeah.
Just
should've.
quit. Fake an injury. Do something. Withdraw. That would be the best.
Do you feel like that line landed better when I said DeCham no? DeCham no, because last week I said DeChambeau. And then Barb, after the show, was like, you should have said DeCham no.
Yeah, that wasn't better.
So I tried it, and I got nothing. So
Nothing. Yeah, no, I think
There you go,
were better.
Burb.
Sauce, you try one.
Me? More like D-Sham can't play golf correctly.
Headlines is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One.
is coming back to Las Vegas,
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
and you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music.
Been messing around with the button bar. Man, there's some oldies and goodies here. See if we got one from like around this time of year. Because I've probably put, my estimation is I've probably have about maybe 400 to 500 Rosie drops now. Alone, probably. Maybe a little. That's maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not much. It's not much. So let's see if there's like let's go to 23 even. So let's, what is it? June 17th. So find like a mid-June from a couple of years ago. This is June 13th, 2023.
I should be in there.
No, this is a.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My goodness. I love this one.
Oh, yeah.
Same day.
That's my number 2.
So we put four Rosie one.
What it is, ho.
There we go. Remember that one? Just going down memory lane with the button bar. This is June 15th.
Oh, please. You're benefiting from this.
Gross. We have anything from the actual 17th? Doesn't look like it. But do we have the 20th?
You're now going to be running trains after like 11:30 or so.
I do know my mic is on, Aaron. We do this now. We talk in the break.
Jack at the bottom.
Oh, here we go. Are we coming up on the we should actually recognize this on Friday. We'll be in Duluth, but I will make sure that we I have something in my throat. I will make sure that we celebrate the 2-year anniversary of
Gaze at a Graveyard.
Holy smokes. Yes, Jennifer. I know. I'm talking. Jennifer and Aaron are on Facebook. They don't know. See, the YouTube crowd, they know we do this now. Haven't been able to do it the last couple days because, been busy doing the actual show part, but now that we're back to full strength.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
How is his butt?
I mean, it literally was like every
I can't
day.
imagine. Like you said, it's like
There was
trying to find a
something.
Volkswagen in my bottom. I mean, it's just.
What is going on? Oh, man, Rosie.
Take a stroke if you want.
Summer of Rosie was summer of 23, man. Oh,
Watch that.
Yeah, watch that. Absolutely. So, 2-year anniversary of Gaze at a Graveyard on Friday, folks. That's going to be great. We'll be in Duluth. Hope you join us if you are up there. We'll be in Canal Park. And it's not going to be too bad because, the crowds really don't roll in till Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And so I will be up there the rest of the weekend. So if you are up there and you see me and I'm under the influence of alcohol, say hi. I'll be very socially awkward. And you'll leave wondering how I can talk to other people on the radio, but not talk to people in person. No, I think I'm getting better. I never was like bad. The only time I'm like ever like really socially awkward is when I'm tired. The problem is I'm really, really tired all the time because I'm getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So actually in Duluth, we'll probably be up by 3:45, 4 o'clock, somewhere down there. So then drive down to the old spot, do the radio show, and then, have fun. Big day tomorrow.
Edibles.
Yeah, let's get some of those. There's some. This is one of my favorites.
She got close to it, sniffed around, and went, I don't like this.
Yuck.
She got close to it, sniffed around, and went, I don't like this.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, go to the Saints game tomorrow night and say hi to me, and I'll be looking insane, and we'll have some fun. Bat Boy tomorrow. Watch the I was gonna say the Twin Cities live show, but that sounds very old fashioned to me. Just watch Twin Cities live. It's gonna be great. Channel 5 tomorrow. Watch the whole show, but I'll be on toward the end.
I might need it more than her.
Oh my God. Rosie.
I would do that.
Oh yeah, you would. What's like the latest Rosie one here? I haven't put one in a while. I do have Oh, that was fun. A little button bar tour. Let's go back to the show, huh?
Welcome back, guys. I don't know why you're not getting the real news from other outlets, but you're only going to get it here, and nobody else is talking about this, and I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
The Contract, Nicole, by
but that's why you tune in.
The Contract.
Oh no.
Haunting houses is not as much fun as it used to be, according to a New Orleans attorney. The Louisiana lawyer says he's been retained by a ghost who's not happy with the home with the residents of the new residents of the home he's been haunting. My client built the house in 1788, has been a permanent resident since then. He's been haunting that house for 200 years. His new family's driving him bonkers. He said if he weren't already dead, he'd be suicidal. He's a nervous wreck. He can't sleep. He longs for the day when he can return to harmless spooking. The family knows he's there, and they are constantly teasing him, taunting him. So he's retained an attorney. Nobody else is talking about that.
Duh. Is that attorney Beetlejuice?
Who, me?
I know,
Rose.
Rose. I know, Rose.
Rosie.
How was doing his podcast?
Good. We had a good talk. We talked for about 45 minutes or so. I think it's up today, I believe.
What did you talk about?
We talked about the show and my journey in radio and my speaking engagements about mental health and stuff like that. It was good. It's fun.
Did he hit on you?
Not this time.
Oh.
I think what makes a great podcast host is someone who's a good listener. Did you feel like Rosie was a good listener?
I did. Yeah, he was listening to me. Sure.
Wonderful.
Was he looking at you?
He was. Yes.
Just eyeing you down?
Just kind of looking at me. Sure.
Was he fully clothed?
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
No,
He's a pro.
In his defense, it was real hot in there.
Yeah.
What did he take off first?
He took off my shirt first. He said you look hot.
Oh,
And he removed my blouse.
was he even recording? You were wearing a blouse?
Yeah.
Were you even recording a podcast?
No, I think I don't know if anybody, I didn't see any microphones now that you say that. I'm not sure.
He said, just talk really loud right here.
Yeah, right. That's what I kept saying. He said,
Wow, Rosie.
Yep.
Now it's time for
Where'd you get your blouse?
Headlines brought to you by my friends at
TJ
Wolf
Maxx.
River Electric and wolfriverelectric.com. Go solar with Wolf River Electric. Get solar panels put on. What are you waiting for?
I don't know what the hell they're waiting
man.
for. I mean, I'm not waiting.
There's a Wolf River truck in our neighborhood. One of the gals down the street getting the solar panels.
Smart.
See?
Have you put some on your your outhouse?
Not yet. That's a good idea. Yeah. But the lady down the street has a sign in her yard that said, "I am now the best environmentalist, number one environmentalist in the neighborhood."
Love it. Haul your hands up.
The lady with the sign in her yard, Woodhawk.
Well, yeah, she's green.
Yeah, she's well, and I like the green ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I have
like all the
You like Princess Fiona.
I'm going to Mars.
You like Mars. Wicked?
I do very much. Alphaba.
He loves the
Wicked. Defying gravity.
Marins, you're the only gal here, so we're going to start with you.
Great.
In a poll of preferred height of romantic partners, what % of women want specifically a partner who is shorter than they are?
What % of women
want
specifically?
Are attracted to men that are shorter than them?
Single digit. 1%.
Oh.
Yeah.
2.
Really?
2%. Now, fellas, let's flip it. What percentage of men want a woman who's taller than us?
I don't care.
That you specifically are attracted to women that are taller than you are.
Just specifically, probably about 30%.
8.
4.
Marins, take a shot.
53.
Yeah, it feels like there's a kink in there, but at 15. Whoa. 15.
Just 5. 5%. So women do not want shorter men. Men do not want taller women. It's basically, no, you got to be shorter than me. You got to be. It's traditional. It's overwhelmingly both ways.
I'll speak for my client over there.
98%.
He doesn't care.
We'll get overwhelmingly both ways on Thursday.
Yep.
Yes.
Overwhelmingly.
Well played. Well played, Zacho.
A massive new worldwide study has found that our willingness to trust others, whether it's neighbors, institutions, strangers, has a major impact on our mental well-being. Trust. Right, Prince? Never truly trust another human being.
How's that mental well-being?
It's fine. I'm secure in knowing that other people will let you down. You just got to be realistic.
So that's what the way correlation is. So the more you trust people, the more you tend to have positive mental well-being.
I think so, yeah. It's basically if you're assuming everyone's going to stab you in the back and wrong you, you must be on edge and anxious constantly, right? But if you just trust that the process is going to work, you're probably a little bit better off is what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust everybody, though, especially since I don't trust you. You know?
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Today's National Mascot Day. Celebrate the way PA will be, which is going to a furry convention.
Yeah, you have to go to that today.
He's still into that?
Still.
He supports it.
Yeah, Hawk, you've
Furry
seen that.
for life.
Yeah.
Marnie, you ever been to one?
No.
Just wondering.
No.
Hawk?
Yeah.
Furries?
That's
a yes.
Why
not? Over the weekend, a zoo in Miami, in fact, Zoo Miami is the name of it. Zoo Miami. Terrible
I like
name.
That.
Gave a Father's Day shout out to one of its residents. Goliath is a 500-pound Galapagos tortoise. That's a gigantic turtle. First-time dad. Isn't that cool? This month. First-time dad.
Yeah.
How old is Goliath?
Ooh.
First-time dad. Happy Father's Day, Goliath.
500-pound turtle.
Yep. First-time dad. How old is he?
98.
I saw it, and I'm so proud.
Is he one more than 68?
I'll go 110 years old.
110.
Wow, Bonnie.
He's definitely 69.
Can't believe I said Goliath celebrated his first Father's Day and we didn't do a meat sauce joke.
Trying to be sweet.
135.
Wow.
135 years old. First time
Good
dad.
for Goliath.
Too late.
Probably not going to be around to see the kid grow up, but
Oh.
how long
He might be, actually.
I know. I wonder how long they lived. Do they live to be like 200? How long do they live? He is a Galapagos tortoise. It's like
Average 177.
All right. Well, it's a late start.
That's all right.
Late start. 135. Speaking of zoo animals, do you guys see this clip? I saw this on social media just a handful of days ago. Have you guys seen the clip of the elephant saving the gazelle?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that freaking fascinating?
Cool. It's on, you can go on usatoday.com.
There's a gazelle that falls into like a pond at a zoo and is about to drown. And an elephant realizes it and gets in there with its trunk and freaking hooks it out.
Yeah, right.
It's unbelievable.
Guatemala is where they're at.
Yeah.
And he walks over and it takes him a couple tries and then he does it.
Yep.
Bravo! Yeah, crazy.
Unbelievable.
And I must be honest with you. I thought a gazelle was a bird. Am I the only one?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know. I was like,
Someone who runs
why
really
didn't
fast.
that damn
Runs
bird?
like a gazelle.
Like a gazelle.
Why couldn't that damn bird swim?
Amazing.
Why can't that bird swim?
Why did you think it was a bird?
I don't know. I thought a gazelle was a bird. I have no idea. Weird.
No.
Weird.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
The doctor who's
just me.
Nope, just you.
No.
All right.
The doctor who supplied ketamine to Matthew Perry has agreed to plead guilty.
So what's that going to get him? Do you think? Does it say?
Don't
Any
know.
ideas? Man, that's I bet.
Plead guilty to what? Providing ketamine or to murder?
Is it some kind of a manslaughter charge? I don't know. Don't know.
Ask your daddy, Hawk.
I bet it's some kind of a drug dealing charge, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A day a lot of us will never forget.
Yes.
June 17th. What year was it? 95 million of us watched the O.J. Simpson car chase. This date, what year?
1994.
94 is the right
94,
answer.
that's right, yeah. I was about
Unbelievable.
to move here.
Yeah.
It was freaking unbelievable.
Was that the same day that it was like Arnold Palmer's last U.S. Open? The NBA Finals were going on. It was like all these. Was that right, Zach?
It was crazy. Man.
Yeah, it was Houston playing in the finals, and I don't know how I remember that, but I do.
Was it the Magic, too?
New York, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think isn't there
Maybe.
an ESPN 30 for 30 just called June 17th or something?
I don't know.
Sauce, what'd you have for lunch that day? You normally connect major either tragedies or major crime events with whatever you were
Well,
eating.
it was 1994. I was massively overweight for a 12-year-old.
You were massively overweight for a 40-year-old.
Oh.
That's a huge bitch.
By the way, happy Father's Day to Goliath.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was probably having pizza.
Rockets and Knicks.
Yeah.
Rangers had a ticker tape parade in New York celebrating their Stanley Cup. Ken Griffey Jr. tied Babe Ruth's record for the most home runs.
Wow.
Before June 30th.
Holy moly.
And
all of it got dwarfed by OJ.
Yep.
And then OJ basically took over society for the next, 3 years?
Yeah.
So
it was nothing but OJ.
You were how old, Cor?
14.
And Sauce?
I was 12.
Marnes? You don't have to
I was
say
in
it.
college.
Yeah. Johnny Bones? You were a little bit older than me.
Oh, quite
Do you
a bit,
remember how sure you were that he was gonna take his own life? Completely, 100% sure
Yep.
that he was going to take his own life. And there was nobody who thought he was not guilty as he was driving around in the back of that car. Right? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
nuts.
just the weirdest thing,
It
man.
was the weirdest day.
And it was
Slow and
anyone else they would have just taken into custody, but they let OJ I think he left and he was going to go home and gather some things.
Yeah, the evidence.
And then they were right. And
Gloves.
then that's the other bit is
Get his stabbing gloves and make sure he puts those away.
maybe get rid of the
his
teeth
lucky
on the
stabbing hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
was it yesterday? That's
R.I.P.
Everybody's
Was
got
it
one.
yesterday, Hawk, where you talked about somebody sold their story?
Yeah, it was in that documentary about the man and woman serial killers in England.
So there was a lady who saw OJ leaving the Brentwood estate.
And he was very upset.
And he was speeding and he was frantic. But so she was going to go on the witness stand, but she needed the money. So she sold her story to one of the tabloids. She was like a single mom. And then the defense was like, well, she's she's making
profiting
it up.
it, yeah.
She's profiting off of it. So, but she was like a dead witness, not a dead witness, but she was like a witness that like saw him.
That's a terrible way.
Like, I don't know why I said that. We're talking about OJ. I was thinking about his stabby hat.
His lucky
so,
stabby hat.
So yeah.
Weekend at Bernice's. Put her on the stand.
Yeah. You'd watch that movie.
Can you point to the
Right, yeah.
person who did this crime?
Here, I'll help. Yeah.
She must be pleading the fifth.
Yep.
A man who was out protesting against ICE raids in Los Angeles this week says an officer at close range shot to his groin with a rubber bullet, and it severely bruised one of his testicles and shattered the other.
The cop right next to him had a gun aimed and shot. He was like 2-3 feet away. Right now I'm at home. The injury was sustained to my groin, left testicle, and my right testicle was actually shattered. They somewhat fixed it, so it should have some function, but it's still very badly damaged.
Just how do you talk about it?
Yeah.
How are you not in therapy this morning, sir?
And how do you not sound like this?
I know. How do you go? I'd be like this. I'd be like, yeah, he shot me. Oh,
yeah.
I can't even talk about it.
Did you guys see the cell phone footage and the audio? It was just the worst.
No, I did not.
Here it is.
Oh.
Wow.
And you got that in the system.
That's
you
really
send that to me?
Yeah.
Zach, relax.
A 25.
Did you hear the witness that was standing right beside him?
The dead witness?
No, the live one, the tall one.
Oh, why is Rosie there?
A 25-year-old man in Miami was accused of trying to kill his own father over Father's Day weekend.
He's taking a pounding.
Why was he going to kill him?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
What's your best guess?
I don't know. Maybe he called him Goliath one too many times. Oh, Rose, thanks. Why are you laughing?
I don't know why we make fun of you. You got a pretty good brain, dude.
I'm not a racist.
Good what?
Good brain. I don't know why we tease you so much. By the way, a new study found that working too many hours a week literally changes the structure of your brain. So if you work 50-plus hours a week, it will break your brain.
Yeah.
Checkmate. Oh, that guy fell.
Researchers scanned the brains of 110 healthcare workers and split them into two categories, overworked and not overworked. And they defined overworked as 52 hours a week or more.
What?
And they found that working that much can cause significant changes in parts of the brain associated with executive function and emotional regulation.
Wow.
So it messes with your decision-making skills.
It isn't worth it.
You're right, Pee-wee.
Thanks, Pee-wee.
So, yeah, I mean, completely unrelated, Sauce. You got a pretty good brain over there, buddy.
Thanks.
It isn't worth it.
No, we
It's
know,
not worth it,
Pee-wee.
man.
Did you finish that, Hogs?
Not yet. I can't wait.
It's very good.
Not yet. The Pee-wee documentary's time out. That's not about. It's about Pee-wee Herman.
It's not about what? Oh.
There's Tommy.
Yeah, he wishes it was about.
Yep, he thought it was about.
This is more of a fact than a headline, but it's possible to be literally, so it's written, to be allergic to other people.
Interesting.
Oh.
He's dead. I know I act like I am, but I'm not literally allergic to other people. But I guess some people can be.
Well, that's sad.
That's the greatest excuse of all time, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
can't go.
Yeah.
Allergic
Hey,
to
you guys want to be in this charity golf tournament today?
No, I can't go. I'm allergic
do
to
it.
people. No.
Gonna do Rosie's podcast?
Hey, you want to go to the company picnic at the Saints game?
No, I can't. I'm allergic to people.
But it's bad.
Not a racist.
No, we know, Macho Man.
Love the Saints too, but I mean, whatever. Hey, we mentioned him earlier. This is kind of crazy. I didn't know that John Matuzak died essentially just a couple of years after the Goonies, but he died on this day in 1989. John Matuzak of the Raiders died of heart failure at the age of just 38. He played Sloth in the Goonies.
And he took a lot of roids, man.
Painkillers and cocaine were found in his system.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Oh,
That was a secret, apparently.
Okay, you weren't supposed to say anything.
Yeah. You know what Lieber always says?
You got to still play with your piss hot.
Why does he say that?
I don't know, but every time you mention John Matuzak.
So, there's a lot of movies we could probably ask this question about. Do you think Sloth, if they made Goonies today for the first time, do you think they could even get away with a Sloth-like character without getting in trouble?
Why don't we ask him?
I think so.
I don't know if they could.
They might have to tone him down.
Like a freak chained to the ground in a basement because he's so hideous.
I mean, it's a movie. Like, it's not like I don't know.
Right.
Not everything we don't have to be so sensitive about everything.
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I think they should be able to, yeah.
I just wonder if they would.
Plus, I need work.
They'd save on makeup.
Yeah.
They'd be like, if we have to recast, he's scaring the kids.
Yeah. Bring in John.
Oh, Johnny Bones.
No, Matuzak. No, Matuzak. Even though
I
he's
had
dead.
no idea.
Thanks, Pat.
Marins, in your palatial estate with the compost toilet and the pool and all the by-the-yard furniture and whatnot.
Yeah, the big pool.
Yeah.
The big poop pool.
Yep. Do you have a birdhouse, a hummingbird feeder? Do you have anything back there to draw the birds in?
we
the
did.
gazelles? Do you have a gazelle feeder?
I thought it was a bird. I don't know.
Yeah, but we had to get an elephant too, so it's crowded back there. We had a bird feeder, but the seed was dropping onto the ground and all kinds of weird things were growing underneath it.
That's
so,
cool, man. Yeah, right.
So no.
Should we add a hummingbird feeder?
No.
Yes.
No. Do you have one, Johnny Bones, or have you had one?
Well, we had one in the past.
Cool. Way to murder hummingbirds.
Yeah,
Is that right?
No.
Vox.
I've never liked them.
Not PA, nope. Vox did a big article on how the hummingbird feeder in your yard might actually be poisoning them and killing them. Here's the short version version of the long article. What they say is, whether you make their food or buy it, it's basically sugar water. And sugar water spoils a lot faster than you would think, especially when the weather's very hot. So if you don't clean their feeder and replace the liquid, you can get them, essentially, bacterial or fungal infections that can kill them. Here's what's crazy, and nobody does this. There's no way. Guess how often you should be cleaning the feeder to avoid this for hummingbirds?
Probably twice a day.
Daily?
Daily or every other day.
Oh my God!
If you're not cleaning it that often, basically, here's a quote: "You wouldn't leave your drink sitting out in the sun for 3 days and then drink it, so don't do it to hummingbirds."
Skin it and eat it.
Well, Pat.
It's a good point.
So if you replace the liquid every few days, you can just rinse your feeder with hot water. But if it's been a while, you should deep clean it with water, vinegar, or hydrogen peroxide.
Ain't nobody doing that.
No one's doing
nobody
that.
is
So you're
doing that,
poisoning your hummingbirds.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Do you love the videos though of the people that wear the hummingbird mask,
Yeah.
and then the birds are just coming right up on their face?
That's very cool.
Think of like a beekeeper's kind of an outfit, but with like a landing spot, and you kind of sit like a scarecrow, and they just basically, you can watch them from, just a foot away. It's pretty cool.
No, I've not seen that.
Well,
Well, you got nothing to do today. You have no charity golf
sells
tournaments.
one for $29.99. Here you go. I'll get you this.
Have you done it, or would you do it?
I'm sure I do it.
Sit around the pool, attracting hummingbirds.
Yeah, smoke weed and just wait. All right. No, I'm not. No.
We've talked about this in the past, but this is the one time a year it pops up in the prep service, and I think it's interesting. No, we talk about that pretty constantly, actually. It's a main topic on this show. We're feminists. You familiar with wombats, John Bonus?
Not really.
Do you think they're birds?
I don't think they're birds.
Whatever.
Try this, Johnny Bones.
All right.
What shape is their poop?
You wonder.
They're like a 20-sided die. They're a polyhedron.
Whoa.
Explain it to Sauce as if he doesn't know that word.
It's like a round with a lot of triangles on it.
Here's what's crazy. Instead of saying a 20-sided dice, you should have just said a regular dice.
Oh, they're
die.
Regular die.
Cube-shaped. So we've talked about this in the past. This is what's crazy. Scientists think it helps their poop from rolling away because they use it to mark their territory, so they don't want it to roll. So it's cube-shaped.
Do you know
what the bleep?
Wow.
Dude, I watched a documentary on this, the earlier editions of wombats.
No.
They had normal turds, and they'd have to cube them after they came out with their little fingers.
Molding it like clay.
Yeah,
right.
and then they'd sit them down one at a time. And slowly.
Brilliant. That's real?
And then slowly they learn to aim their anus and shape it in a way that cube them.
I didn't know that.
It's really something.
I wonder if that hurts coming out.
That's magical.
Ain't so bad.
Speaking of magical, the stand-up special Justin Willman, Magic Lover, hits Netflix today. That dude is fantastic.
Yeah, you love that guy.
I've seen him live. He's great. He makes, quote, magic super fun. His shows are awesome. He's got a whole bunch of shows on Netflix, and now it's like a stand-up special with magic. Huh? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That guy's A+.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of his bits. Yeah, he's funny.
Fantastic.
He did the like really heartwarming bit, right? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, exactly. He had a mom with, is it dementia or Parkinson's? I forget which disease she was dealing with, but Alzheimer's maybe. Maybe it was Alzheimer's. And he did this super sweet magic trick in front of her with that music box or whatever. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
We got Chris to tear up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
Good
all
stuff.
right, that's all I got.
That's all you got? I got stuff because we have more breaking news. I don't know why nobody else is reporting this stuff.
More?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a big breaking news day.
You got to be real careful. The ultimate medical nightmare has occurred in Ireland's Dublin General Hospital.
Uh-oh.
No.
I know. Harry O'Reilly.
Yes. Very trusted.
Was admitted to the hospital on Christmas morning for a lower GI x-ray to test for a possible ulcer. The next thing he remembers, he was being awakened by a nurse screaming. He said, I didn't need to ask her what was wrong. I could plainly see me Todger hanging down in front of me mouth. That's right. The surgeon had drunkenly switched the man's penis and nose.
Wow. When did this happen? Over the weekend?
That's right.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they call him Squidward?
Oh.
I pushed aside the cover, and there, where me little buddy once was me nose. The nurse ran to summon other nurses and doctors, all of whom entered O'Reilly's room, took one look at him, and either screamed, laughed, or fainted. Eventually, they had to tell him the truth. That surgeon, Patty Shaky McPherson,
Shaky McPherson.
had one too many glasses of eggnog and had accidentally transplanted O'Reilly's nose and penis.
It happens.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
McPherson's been placed on unpaid leave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Sauce, you know how you use the
holidays.
word wiener frequently on this show?
I say wiener
Can
a
you
lot.
please switch it to Todger?
Yeah, I'll say Todger, yeah. How's your Todger, Hawk?
Back and to the left. In a related story, a Louisiana plastic surgeon got into trouble for adding 2 breasts to his wife's bag so he could have something to hold on to while he slow danced.
That's genius. That's genius.
My God.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's so good.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's great.
That makes perfect sense. Where do I put my hands?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Honey, are you cold?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
yeah. It's
You're not wrong.
It's a well-known problem.
Yeah.
People be talking about it at weddings and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, this back is boring.
Yeah.
I don't want to slow dance anymore.
Yeah.
Lame. Sauce, use the word Todger in a sentence again.
Tommy wishes his date's back had 2 Todgers on it.
He's got one there. I mean,
Something to hold on to.
Got that.
Yep.
Like handlebars.
Yep.
A new luxury wing at Southdale Center in Edina debuted this month with stores from Gucci, Max Mara, Moncler, and other designers set to open this summer, guys. It's happening.
And they are available to everyone.
They are.
Brilliant. Right by Kowalski's.
Yeah.
That's right.
practically lives there.
Yeah.
David
Pretty much.
Yerman, which relocated from the Galleria, is the first designer brand to open in the wing. The New York-based fine jewelry company will soon be joined by other high-end brands making the same move from the Galleria. So they're saving them all, and I, for one, am happy about it.
It looks incredible.
Does it?
It's a beautiful
Haven't been
space.
in there yet. Look
Yeah,
at
I
this.
haven't either.
What?
Along with the DMV?
Yeah. That's right, too. That's right. A little bit of everything.
Louis Vuitton and the DMV. Yep.
All right.
What do you got against the DMV?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a luxury DMV.
I'll tell you the fact that it's like a 4-hour wait to try to get a real ID.
Just use your passport.
That's what I did this week.
That's what I'm doing.
It sucks, though. Shouldn't be that hard.
No.
Should be able to do it online.
Yeah, 100%.
What are we doing here? Martin, see you in Duluth on Friday. And then I'll see you back here in this studio Friday afternoon. Game on.
We've got a final to play.
Game on.
Links.
Links tonight.
Links tonight. More like DeChambeau.
Johnny Bones, TwinsDaily.com.
So much better that way.
TwinsDaily.com, ZoneCoverage.com, Gleeman of the Geek podcast.
You guys are the best.
Love you guys.
See you soon.
And hey, Corey, we got Chris Finch in studio with PA coming up.
Oh, that's awesome.
In studio.
Up.
I'll see you at the Chanhassen tonight. Wish me luck, guys.
Bye.
Get 'em.
9 to noon is next with Chris Finch as well. 5:30 to 9 and Power Trip's back tomorrow. See you then.
Everybody have a wonderful
You
day.
too, Abadab. I love you. Enjoy this beautiful day. All of you, enjoy this beautiful day and take care of yourselves.
KFAN.